This XL right back at you. Check this out. The show, we take a look, whatever deck we want to take a look at. We have ourselves a good old time. Today, everybody, we're taking another dip into the meta pool. I was asked to take a look at one of the most infamous modern decks of all time, that being the Tearlaments. We're taking a look at a Tearlament Ishizu deck, which is, you know, it's Tearlament Ishizu. We're milling ourselves out, doing some fusion summoning, recovering our cards, that sort of shtick. So we've got ourselves our deck that's got the Tearlaments, it's got the Ishizu, we got a little bit of Kashtira on the side because there's a Tearlament that is a Kashtira. We also got some dangers. My own personal touch to the dangers. A little bit of random chaos that it involves into this deck, but it also helps us build up some field presence and sends our cards to the graveyard, so I feel like it'll work just fine. So we got our deck here today. We're going to be milling and milling some more. If you want the whole deck list, that'll be down in the description as always. Don't forget to hit it up. Maybe hit the like button. Consider subbing if you haven't already. That'd be pretty neat. But for now, we're going to go into EDO Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to show off this deck, show you the wombos and the combos, and we'll have ourselves a good old time. So let's get started. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. In our deck, we can go first or second. We have options for both. We like go first for various reasons, but we can go second too. We got stuff. We got things and stuff and things. Opening hand's not terrible. It works. We got ourselves up against the Diabellstarr. It's actually an interesting bunch of cards. I'm curious about making a deck of these myself. I don't know too much about it other than it's based on this lady, the treasure hunter, Diabellstarr, the dark witch. Let's see, and this is the one that negates stuff. Okay, so you got a negator. Sounds good. So we're gonna play our good old friend Terraforming. The field spell for Tearlaments is pretty damn good. It searches, boosts us up, and helps us blow up stuff. It's very nice. It's also very pretty looking. Like a platter for like a very fancy bunch of cakes. We're gonna activate our, how do I pronounce it? Primevil planet perlereino. That's how we're calling it. There you go. Alright, sadly my opponent will negate the field spell, but is what it is. And I guess the star, she just comes back. She just comes back all the time. Vampire domination. Interesting. This is a spellcaster though. So card summoned. Add a card. Yeah, I think it's like once per turn you can just revive this thing, correct? This card sent during your opponent's turn, send a card. No? Yes. Yes, it is once per turn. Sounds good. Alright. Let's see. During summon this card, send a monster, hand to the grave, send the top 3 cards of the deck to the grave. That sounds pretty good. Let's use scheiren's effect. I go ahead and special summon this lady from my hand. I'm gonna ditch the King of the Swamp for later. And who did we mill? Oh, we milled everything. Ooh. Milled so many good things. So we're going to use Tearlaments sulliek. This is a continuous trap. It searches when we mill it. We got shaddoll beast, who I probably should have used first. And we've got reinohart, who is this deck's version of Visa Starfrost. And he's just going to be like, I'll revive myself. Then send Kashtira to the deck. Send that to the grave. That's totally fine. I need merrli. This deck is very combo-y. It's very easy to pick up, difficult to master. Well, not that difficult to master, but there's some nuances to it. Let's see. When I summon you, I'm going to send a Tearlament from the deck to the grave. Exactly. We would need to mill ourselves our havnis. Most of the Tearlaments, when you mill them, they do even more. Like Scream will get us a card, and Havnis lets us fuse with the cards in our graveyard. See, this is where the King of the Swamp comes in handy. He can count as anything that is specifically listed on the card, so I can summon Rukalos using both her and, you know, the King of the Swamp. Is Havnis a boy or girl? I have no idea. I don't judge. Alright, so now that we've done all that, let's get our counter trap, the cryme. We got a cryme to commit. And we'll have ourselves a negate so long as I keep a card in my hand. And I haven't even normal summoned yet. That's the crazy thing about this deck. I've done all this stuff. I haven't normal summoned once. So merrli's just gonna mill a few more cards. Okay, that time we didn't get to mill anything cool, but maybe if we can send agido, that would be great. That's fine. Oh, but my opponent surrenders. Wow. I'm sorry that, you know, I was taking more than a minute. I still had plenty of time left. You could have at least given me 10 more seconds, brother. All right, well, that is unfortunate. My opponent surrenders, so I will count that to the final score of this deck. But you get an idea of what we're trying to do, is just summon a whole bunch of stuff, make a few fusions, some links, whatever have you may, and then just go to town. You know, I was almost honestly done. Honestly, I could have gone longer, but I was about done with my turn. Maybe make Masquerena in main phase 2, but yeah, basically that's what this deck is about. Just summon a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead for duel number 2, hopefully find a better opponent, and show off what this deck can really do. Alright, here our actual first opponent. Just gonna keep on going at it. You know, my opponents can cry at the length of my turns. I have very few negates in this deck. That's the thing. I have some negates. For the most part, I stayed away from the darn things. Like, that's the thing about Tearlaments. They have a lot of stuff they can do. They have a lot of power plays. But honestly, where you go with it is up to you. You know? I can just summon a bunch of, like, interrupts and things. I have some negates, but, like, it's not like the basis of the whole deck. Some people just can't, you know? But we've milled agido. He's limited for a reason. Most of the archetype is limited. It's crazy. But, you know, we've got ourselves our agido. He's going to mill 5 cards from both players' decks. It would have been really funny if this had been a mirror match. Let's see. Target Tearlaments in the grave. Add it to the hand. Okay. I'm actually good with that, because then I can get back my Kashtira. We're good old Big Axe Lady. Mill a few more cards. All right. What did we send to the grave? Any shaddolls? No. No to shaddolls. Unfortunate, but that happens. You know, we only play a couple of shaddolls. It's like it's a side tech to the side tech. And yeah, let's go ahead for Polywally. Let's poly and let's just summon out Garuda. Summon Garuda, put him in defense mode. And then we're gonna go ahead and use Havnis' effect. Both of these monsters, when sent to the grave, will let you fuse. But right now, we're just gonna go ahead and summon out Drex Tapelli. I need something big that can negate stuff. Alright. And, oh yeah, the Tearlament trap I can't use now, as I don't have a Tearlament, but I can summon a Tearlament easy enough. If I need to, I can just summon out Kashtira at any point, and I'll be good. That's what I'm gonna do. We'll summon out Tearlament's Kashtira. We must then banish one of our cards. We have plenty of spares, so we can do that. Mill some more cards, but now I have a counter trap to negate whatever. And we'll see where this goes. Kelbek. Which one does Kelbek again? Oh yeah, mill more cards. Yes, yes, please. I love to mill myself out. Especially if my opponent mills himself out too. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Dark monster. Ah. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Activate squamata to dump a beast. Activate sulliek, or however you pronounce that thing. And then use scheiren. And then activate schism. This is the thing about Jeremy. They are borderline unfair in the fact that they can just do all this stuff all at once without any sort of major restriction on them. Pretty nutty. But we got Winda. Let's summon... I can summon Kitkalos. That's the one that's hard to summon because Kitkalos is banned. But because of the King of the Swamp, I can just summon it right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another monster. Question mark. I guess scheiren. Because I can dump Mudora to summon that. And then send Beastie Boy. And draw another card. It's just like playing Cristrons. I'm doing all my major plays on my opponent's turn. That's the crazy thing about this deck. So what is my opponent even playing? Pacifist? Okay, Pacifist. Interesting indeed. Alright, so Pacifist makes this a little tricky because they don't really care about mass special summons. They don't really care about having effect monsters. That's the thing. So Dragons Depelli and Winda don't really do much here. I do have Rukalos though, so if he tries to special summon anything, I can negate it, so that's good. That's pretty good in of itself. What else can do? What can you do, my friend? Pretty set. I got my planet, and yeah, I can return when I return cards to the deck. I can blow stuff up, and then the other Tearlament fusion lets me do the other. What was the requirement on my other fusion again? It was reinohart and 2 aquas. Do I have reinohart in the grave at the moment? Yes, I do. Do I have anybody else in the grave? Yes, I do. Okay, this will work. So we're gonna go ahead and use. Oh wait, no. Let's see. That's the thing. I've got shaddoll window now, so I can't do that. So what we're going to do is active. We are going to use Scheiren's effect. I feel like I can still make this work. I can't do everything right yet. Either player can activate the effects of monsters in the hand. All right. You know, I'm going to allow that because I can live without it. Because it don't stop me from special summoning. So we're going to send Mudora to the grave, mill a bunch of more cards, because we're all about self-harm here. Just mill all the things. Don't actually hurt yourself, folks. That's a terrible thing to do. Don't do it. But now I get to put 3 cards back into my deck, or my opponent's deck if I felt, you know, nice about it. I could do that. Let's put merrli back, and let's get kelbek, because kelbek does us some good job. We are very low on cards, though. As you can see from last time, I forgot to change the sleeves for today's episode. Can't do that with monarchs. But these are nice sleeves, too. But yeah, I have 17 cards left. Gotta be careful. There we go. And then we're gonna use the effect of our field spell, pop a card. Which card is it? We won't know until he plays it. Come on, buddy. We'll see what you got. Got something. He got something. It's something he can play, for certain. But yeah, this is how this deck works. You know, we mill a bunch of cards. We recover our cards. Yeah, I can technically negate Macrocosmos with Rukalos. Because it does summon. It summons Helios. Not that it matters, but I could have done it. Let's see. Normal summon. Nah, don't need to do that. Let's just go for broke and go for game. We'll see if this works or not. I still have my 1 Omni negate. Skill drain, I don't need to stop. Because it doesn't matter what my effects are if I, like, the size of a freight train dropping down on you. Doesn't matter. But there you go. We have defeated the Pacifist player, which, you know, he was too reliant on the floodgates, and he, you know, if he had gone first, this would have been definitely a troublesome deck to face. But we have a lot of grave effects, too, so skill drain isn't that big of a deal. So, you know, good for our second duel. Let's go ahead for duel number 3. Show off. Oh, we've shown off a lot of the deck. Let's see if we can show off some of our spicy cards from the extra deck. Alright, your third opponent, the fight in third. Even though this is really the second opponent because the first one didn't count. But regardless, let's just keep going. So far, we're doing pretty good. We're milling our cards. Surprisingly, I am not milling just every important card I have. I have a problem when I play self-mills. Let me tell you, I always end up milling the cards that I want to mill, or I don't want to mill. Gate Guardian. Ooh. And he's actually playing the Labyrinth tank. That's deep. Fun fact, this is my favorite old school fusion monster. He just looks cool. I just like the look of him. You know? The Labyrinth tank might be junky, but, you know, this guy looks cool. I don't know how the drills on the side of the drills work, but somehow they do. Alright, so he's got Kazi, he's got Sui. Immediately goes for the Spell Trap Nagat. Alright. Works for me. Let's see. I don't have a lot, but we'll see what we can do. Fenrir is good. Fenrir is a nice start him up. Let's go ahead for Fenrir. Lets me get myself another copy of my tier. And then I can do some stuff. Let's do some stuff. So what does this do again? Let's see. Except monsters levels 5. Okay, so I can attack with my Kashtiras. That's the funny thing. I can just attack with them. Let's see. Send a tear limit monster from deck to the grave. That would be pretty neat. Let's go ahead and use our tear limit Kashtira. We'll summon her out in her big ol' axe. We'll go ahead and banish our other copy of her, because we only need the one. And we'll mill 3 cards and hope we get something good. Oh, Agido! Nice! And then Scheiren, sure. Okay, it's just a mud dragon to you, but there is potential for mud dragon to do some stuff. So I will be good with that. Let's see. Summon Reinohart. And you're not an aqua type monster. Let me think about it. What's left in my grave? Do I have any aquas left in the grave? No, because I made mud dragon. Okay, that's not a problem. We're just gonna send Shale into the grave for now. Have her set and ready. And I can fuse again. Who can I fuse into? I guess it'd be Garda. Or maybe Draxtapelia. Do I want either? Oh, I could also make Chimera. Let's see. Draw cards, number of cards, use material from the hand. Destroy cards equal to... Yeah, but he has the negate, so I can't do that right at the moment. We'll do that another time. For now, though, let's go ahead and do some attacking. So, we're going to attack into his Gate Guardian, just so I can, banish the darn thing. Banish the darn thing, and you know what? What does this... Does it do anything? Thinking about that. Nah, I don't need to do that. I'm good. So what we're now going to do in main phase 2 is activate Polywally. Use Polywally and summon out our Guardian Chimera. Ironic, because we're up against Gate Guardian. It works. So we're going to use these 3, summon out our Guardian. I get to draw 1 card and pop 2 cards. And I could use Kelda, but I don't need to recover right yet. Let's go ahead and, let's see, pop the set card. I don't trust it. What was it? Oh, he's playing Kashtira's too. Oh, this is like my Gate Guardian deck I made like 1 billion years ago. It wasn't really 1 billion years, but it was close. Do I make Flare Metal Dragon or no? I don't think I need to make Flare Metal. Maybe later. Maybe later. I can make it later if I need to. But right now we're okay. I've got my Guardian Chimera. I've got my Kashtiras. I've got my sulliek, which I can't use at the moment, but once I get a tier on the board, I can start negating stuff. That'll be good, we're pretty set. And here's the thing. Made this nice little board, no negates. Didn't need to make any negates, didn't need to do anything like that. So it's all good. No, Keldo, you stay in the graveyard, okay? You'll come back later. Come back later, Keldo. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, that does destroy cards. Grand. I don't think he can target... Yeah, he can't target Chimera because I have Poly in the grave. So, let's go ahead and just continue to banish stuff. That's what I can keep doing. I'm just going to keep banishing my opponent's stuff. No Gate Guardian for you. I apologize. It's sad. I understand. I understand the desire to summon the OG Gate Guardian. I do. I remember that was when I was playing that deck. That was all I could think about was make the OG. I don't care about this new thing. I want the OG. I want the OG Gate Guardian. Damn it. All right. We'll see where this goes. Still have Keldo if I ever need it. But Keldo and Mudora, they're really good when you get the field spell, or if you're like, about to deck out. But not at the moment. Maybe later we will see them in action. For now, we'll just summon our lady back, and we're gonna banish. Yep. And then we're gonna replace the card we banished with more stuff. How about you? What do we mill? All right. Ooh, kelbek and Scream. All right. See, this is perfectly showing up what we're trying to do. And I could be in the more what do you call it, competitive server of EDO Pro, Listen, it would be nothing but mirror matches if I did that. At least we're seeing a bunch of different decks we could be facing off against. Oh, Beastie Boy. Friggin' Reinohart. Bring him back. Why not? I can ditch Cryme. What did he mill? Did he mill something important? No. No, I don't think he did. Then ditch Cryme. We're not going to need Cryme. We can be good law-abiding citizens here. We don't need to do no crimes. Get back a thing. This is what we do. We just endlessly milling, endlessly recovering at the same time. It's insane. So send Havnis to the grave. Let's go ahead and make our boss monster. Why not? At this point, there's no reason not to do this. Let's see. Yep. And yep. Just send those two back. And you know, we're gonna go for it now. I don't see a reason not to go for it. I mean, my opponent's pretty well and truly done. I don't think I need to do any more than this. So it's a shame I had to beat up the Gate Guardian player. Those guys are troopers. They're really troopers. You know, it's easy to make a good deck out of modern cards with, you know, how much of an arms race Yu-Gi-Oh is nowadays. It's harder to take the old stuff and make it good, even with new support. Okay? Yeah, my opponent, he was a trooper. He was trying hard. He had a plan. Sadly, sadly for him, good for me that he didn't get his, he didn't get his Kashtiras. If he had, it would have been a lot harder for me, but... Okay, never mind. The duel's not quite over yet, Memphis. That's non-targeted, Jirai Gubo. That's a non-targeted card. Okay, I eat my own words. You know, I'll end my turn. I'm not gonna do anything else. What can my opponent do? This can banish itself, I think. Add one of the dudes that's banished or in the deck. Okie dokie. Oh, and he has another one, so we can do that again if he wants to. Okay. Alright. Neato. So what can my opponent do now that he has done all this? Great question. Like, if he somehow manages to summon out the Gate Guardian, then I pretty much am just in a lot of trouble at that point, but I don't see it happening. That card still needs a lot of setup, and my opponent has a whole lot of nothing. Got at least 2 Gate Guardian pieces in the hand. Okay. Ah, the Sacred Sword. Of course, of course. He just needs to draw some more cards. Sand and Foolish Burial. Sending the other spell that searches another Gate Guardian. Okay. Perhaps. Perhaps indeed. I don't know. We'll find out. I'd like to know. You know, it'd be a lot of things. He'd be dumping himself some Kashtira cards for all I know. Alright. What are you going to summon? Because my board's pretty set. I've got my Kashtiras doing their thing. Reinohart will just get banished if he leaves, so he's just kind of there. And then Rukalos is just saying, like, if my opponent tries to special summon a card with a card, then I can just stop that if need be. So, yep, adding another one. He can't use Poly to summon them, can he? I don't think he can. Where is that boss? Must be summoned from the next round, banishing the above card you control. He can summon it from the hand like that? I didn't know that. Pardon. Excuse me. I didn't know that. Oh, but yeah, there you go. You can just use it from the hand. All right. Well, card effect that targets a card, and both of those target. All right. Here's what we're gonna have to try to do. We'll have to bait out the Gate Guardian combined. Race per turn. All right, this is where things get tricky. Is what I would normally say, but I have plans for this too. But no, Fenrir. His was a pure and innocent soul, I tell you. All right. Go ice cream. That's fine. This all works towards my ultimate goal. No. What do I have left? Reinohart? Get Reinohart, because then I can get Havnis. And then Scram. Sure, let's get a trap card. And no, Keldo, I keep telling you, you're not coming out. Okay. See, that'd be the issue, is that this thing has triple negate. Alright. I think I'm still good. I just need to have more monsters. Oh no, he has his Kashtira birth. Did he ever summon a Kashtira? Or is he just... Wait, is he only using this to have more monsters on the board? I think he is. Alright. Touche, sir. Touche. You got a hit in. However... fusion summon by... Oh yeah, it's only by card effects. I can bring back Rukalos. This is not an issue. I just need to draw my field spell. That would be really good right now. If I can just draw me darn field spell. Other than that, yeah. Oh, bloody hell, what now? Oh, just doing that again. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're solid. We are so solid. Okay. Suijin is here. Nito. Keldo is still asking. What would I even recover with you, Keldo? Oh, I could get my field spell back and have a better... Oh, wait, I got 2 field spells in the grave. I got off the... Keldo, you've been trying to tell me this all this time. I mean, banishing you doesn't help me, but... You know, I'll do it. Screw it. I'm gonna get my field spells back. Who knows? I might need them. Shaddoll Schism. Let me think about this. Okay. Let me think about that. Mothman. Yeah, of all the things, I didn't want it. I wanted... Okay, wait. I got another Mothman. Hold on. This is not a problem. Ditch Reinohart. This still might work. It's gonna be very touch and go. Okay, Reinohart's effect goes off. He comes back to the board. Ditches. Send merrli. And then I can use Reinohart to ditch a card. I use merrli to do a fusion. And then who do I fuse into? I make Grapha. He's big. Grapha is rather big. Let's see. Target a card. Does it only protect itself? No, it protects everybody. Okay. Okay. Touch and go. Touch and go. I'm solid. This is everything I ever needed. Send Havnis to the grave. Use Havnis' effect. Summon Heart. Graveyard. Use a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. Summon Heart. And I can only target a card and shuffle it, but he's got that dang old combine, boy. But this is fine. This is why we run 3, 4, 5. Underworld goddess of the closed world, everybody. Never leave home without her. Also, Guru draws me another card. Because I'm very low on cards, so I need them all in my hand or in my grave. Oh yeah, the Gate Guardian summons another dude. What does this one do? Doesn't really matter because it's negated, but like, target face-up monster, trace its attack to 0. Okay, so it does nothing. Good, good, good. Alright, so now what we need to do... Aqua is sent to the graveyard. Back, you're not Aqua, ooh. Maybe. Come on, hit the King of the Swamp. Hit the King of the Swamp. Or don't. Mothman, you're disappointing me. I put you in here for a purpose. Okay, maybe Tsuchinoko will do your job better for you. I would bet. See? The snake doesn't have problems for me. Alright, so... So what does this do? I'm shuffling it back into the deck, so I'm gonna put this back in the deck. All right, that ought to be game, but I'm gonna go ahead and boost my monsters a little bit more because I can, and we're good. All right, an excellent showing by the Gate Guardian player. He played real damn hard against a meta deck of anything, and he did some damage. He did do damage. I should have let Snake win the duel, but it's okay. So, good for duel numero Trey. I don't want this to get too long. Do we have time for one more? I'll check. I'll check real quick with like timing and stuff, and you know, maybe we'll see how it goes. And maybe we'll do one more duel. All right, yeah, everybody. Well, I checked the clock, and sadly we're out of time for today. I would love to have dueled one more time, but for today, that'll be good. We got to show off a lot of what this deck can do. We showed off a lot of the combo wombo. Like I said, it's very simple when you pick up the Tearlaments. Where you go from it is all up to your imagination. You can put like so many things in here. King of the Swamp really opens up the fusion pool. You can put anything that requires one specific material and two more or less generic things, like things that require water or warriors or aquas or what have yous. Things of that nature, you can put them in this deck. I mean, we got Grapha, for freak's sake. Where is he? There, Grapha. We can summon Grapha. We got Darks in here. We got King of the Swamp. So we're good. So we didn't show up like 100%. I want to say, what did we not really summon? I never summoned like Flare Metal Dragon. Pretty much we summoned everything we wanted to summon. And so I'm just going to say that's good for today's episode. We did our duels. We won our games. We did pretty good. You know, it's a meta deck. And it does its thing. Even getting everything to 1, this deck is still pretty potent. You know, it's just a little bit more luck-based than anything, which is where the dangers really fit in, because they're luck-based too. So, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this whole video, don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know that you enjoyed it. Leave a comment of some form. Let me know what you think of the deck. YouTube's a little weird with the comments nowadays, so just be careful with your wording, I guess. Don't say anything that's remotely a curse word or even a mild insult. And next time we'll be looking at monarchs. That ought to be pretty good too. So take care everybody until next time. Y'all stay safe, stay happy, don't hurt yourself on purpose. Y'all have a good day.